like. Let's see. We're telling your followers that you're starting a live video. Thank you for rejoining, guys. Thank you so much. It's even gonna go better than I expected, actually. So I would like for you to put your comments below, your questions, should I say. So let's get the questions in. So when Michelle joins us back, we've got the Q&As ready for her. And, you know, we're living in a serious time right now. So when we have these type of discussions, especially concerning the one that Michelle Kramer is associated to in terms of having to go and rescue her daughter, that is a big deal. So as we're waiting for the platform to warm up, I want to, you know, reach out to the mothers here, young mothers, old mothers, doesn't matter, you know, parents with children. And even if you are someone who is a godparent, those thoughts of occurring that enter your mind of, you know, losing a child to that kind of, in that kind of way, to sex trafficking. So we'll wait for the platform to warm back up. And as I said, we'll have your Q&As ready. So I look forward to the Q&As. So, yes. Jay, thank you, my dear. I hope you're enjoying it so far. Thank you. Thank you. We're just waiting for the platform to warm back. If you're joining us for the first time, we welcome you. We have conducted the first part of the interview. We're looking at the Q&As now, but we're still going to be talking and discussing more on Michelle Kramer. Michelle Kramer's world. Surviving R. Kelly. How many of you saw Surviving R. Kelly? How many of you saw Surviving R. Kelly? Let me just give some waves here. Michelle will be joining us again. So as we wait for the platform to warm up, and we give her a warm welcome when she does. When she does come back. So thank you for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's hope we get you all back again. I know some of you said that you'll be coming back. I know she said 15 minutes. But I just really want to take some questions. If you've got any questions for Michelle, please leave them in the comments below. Comments. Make your question be known in the comments below. And I shall ask her when she returns. Hello, Elle. Thank you for rejoining us. If you've got any questions, please do leave them in the comments. And as we wait for the platform to warm up again. So make sure you've been to the bathroom. Make sure you have your tea. Make sure you have your beverage there beside you. As we look forward to Michelle Kramer joining us again for part 2. Well, part 1 of Q&As. We'll see where this is going. So this is definitely going to be going with the flow of things. We're going to turn this into an adult affair. An adult affair. We see where this is going. Welcome back, Crystal. Welcome back, Elle. Welcome back, Sapphire. Welcome back, Bree Blue, Jay, Tola, Star, Angel, Shan, and everybody else who will be joining the platform again. Get your Q&As ready, please. Questions ready. Questions ready. Welcome back, Gemini. Thank you. Questions, please. Get your questions in the comments so I can take them down. This will be a turn of events. For those of you who joined the Soul to Spirit Mind Gym on a Wednesday via Zoom, you just never know how these meetings go. And this one is definitely one that's gone in a different direction. All the same, it just shows you what a beautiful person this woman is. And I mean, I've had the privilege of getting to know her over these last couple months. And, you know, the time difference. I couldn't have been more accurate with my time. I guess not. I just, you know, because of the different time zones, Eastern Standard Time, they've got, what's the other one? Central Standard Time. And I just honestly believe that everything was just, I thought everything was just on point, you know. But, you know, I've got a great guest and she's willing to come back. She was even willing to conduct it from in the car. That just goes to show you the type of woman she is, the type of person she is. And now she's happy to come back again. I mean, God is good. God is good. So what was meant for bad, it happened. It works in my greater good, because now we're going to get 2 parts of this. So this is big people time now. So go and get your glass of wine or your cup of tea, your cup of coffee. Just get yourself comfortable, because I don't know where this is going, because I've only prepared for 60 minutes. So we'll see. But you know me, I can pull it out of the hat. Hello, Shirazi, Miss D Shirazi. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me. I hope you've managed to finish all your uni work. So yeah, we're just waiting for the platform to warm up. I would appreciate if you put your questions in the comment box below, so my assistant can take take the questions down, so we'll be ready when Michelle joins us back. Absolutely not. Get your uni work finished. I went back to your shop yesterday. You wasn't there. There was someone else there. But yeah. So 60 minutes with the Real Michelle Kramer. Surviving R. Kelly. Wow, what a show. Has anybody seen the there's a second part to it. There's a part 2 to it. I've not watched it. Part 1 was enough for me. You know, part 1 was enough for me. And it's still ongoing there, as you can see by the news reports and so on and so forth. I'm not interested in the least. I'm not interested in the least. I'm just happy to have Michelle with us. Oh really, was hot chocolate as nice as mine? They actually gave it to me tipping over, but I asked them to do what you did for me when I came in. So yes, 60 minutes with the Real Michelle Kramer. I am your host, Dinah Lewis. Welcome to the Sole2Soul Project. This is the first time for me going Instagram live, and this is at Michelle's request, so I have to honor her this. Normally I host my platforms from Zoom, so this is all new for me, unfamiliar territory, so bear with me. I hope you've enjoyed the first part. We look forward to what is going to happen in part 2. So thank you for coming back. I don't want to keep you up too late. We'll see. We'll see how far we go with this one. This is the Q&A side of things. And you know what? Even if you haven't seen Surviving R. Kelly, let's just look at the thought. Just look at it from the understanding of what you know about sex trafficking. How does that resonate with you as a woman on the platform, hearing a mother who rescued her daughter from the clutches of a predator? Now, whether you're parents on here, whether you are godparents to children, try and put your mind, or not, I guess, because it's a place you don't even want to go. But here you have Michelle Kramer sitting here successfully, because Dominique was there. If you're joining us for the first time, Dominique Gardner was in the first part of this show. Dominique Gardner was who dating R. Kelly for 9-10 years, and she just got, it seems, so besotted with this man. But she had an amazing mother like Michelle, who was not stopping at nothing to go and rescue her daughter from the clutches of R. Kelly. R. Kelly, that man whose music was, we, blew out our home speakers upon album after album after album after album. That man had given us songs on, taken us through all different emotions. Were we to know that those songs were the clues to his dark side? Now you tell me how, that's a genius right there. You know what I'm saying? All the songs that this man had written, produced, given to us to dance to in the raves, in the parties, in our cars, we're rocking to. Unbeknown to us, these were secret codes of his. Oh, it sends chills down my spine. But let's not forget why we have returned. Questions, please, in the comments below, so that when Michelle returns, we will have material for her to answer your questions. So let's fire away. We've got parents on here. What was it? What would it? I don't even know how to answer. I don't know how to answer these questions. Normally I'm quite good at answering asking questions. I'm kind of lost right now. I don't even know what I would say. I mean, she's given us great responses in the first part. So, she lost her mum at the age of 12. So that is something that you can imagine as a young, she was a baby. She was a baby, the age of 12. So we'll wait for her to come back on, and then we'll take it from there. We'll elaborate on her childhood, and see where she wants to go with it, and if she's willing to really let us go dig deeper into her childhood and get to know who the real Michelle Kramer is. So like I said, thank you for joining me. I'm your host, Diana Lewis. And you could have been anywhere you wanted to, but you are sharing this time with me, and I appreciate that. Thank you for all the love. And just being here, because your support, I couldn't have done it without you. Put it that way. Couldn't do it without you. So we're just waiting for the platform to warm back up, as Michelle will be joining us, the real Michelle Kramer. I Am My Daughter's Keeper. That's a book that is definitely going to be a part of my library. I Am My Daughter's Keeper. And you know what as well, what was really irking me when she was speaking about, knowing how your children talk and these codes. Now, somehow in the last couple months, I've started to watch these CSI kind of things on YouTube. And I've happened to see quite a few of them where young girls have been kidnapped, but they're in relationships with their partner. And there was one where the girlfriend wanted something that wasn't in the house, and she said to her partner, all right, I'm going to go and get it. While she came out of the parking lot, she was attacked from behind and put in the boot of somebody's car and drove off. Fortunately for her, her phone had been shared, the tracker had been shared to her boyfriend's phone. But while she was in the boot, was it the boot or the back of the car? She was in the back of the car. She managed to send one word to her partner, kidnapped. And that was, when they reenacted it, she sent the word kidnapped to his phone. And he was like, stop playing, you've just gone to the store. But because she knew time was of the essence for her. The very few words that she sent him in a text disturbed him enough to go and do something about it. So the first thing he did, he put on the GPS. He called the police, put on the GPS, and was able to feed to the police the direction that she was going in, and so on and so forth. Because of how long it took her before the first message got to him, the distance to where they were was quite a bit of a way before they were able to get to her in the time that he got to the location with this girl, took her out the car. He raped her, he beat her, and kind of like left her to death, for death. But what it was, they had like air helicopters, and I think that was what kind of startled him. So he knew that he had been kind of found out. So when Michelle speaks about getting familiar with the friends that are around our children and knowing how our children talk and how they send texts, those things are important. And that was something that she knew as a mother with her daughter when she was texting Dominic, that she could identify that that is not her daughter responding. So we're moving away from the great heroic mother who managed to rescue her children. We're going to go deeper now, because we need to look at the things that kept her on the trail of finding her daughter. She didn't just give up, because when you watch that, you see that there were other parents then. I'm not saying that the other parents gave up on their children, but when you check out how Michelle was just adamant, she was just forthcoming. There were these things that she knew that were rooted in her. She was going for her baby. She was going for her baby. So I can see some questions here, Miss Power. And yes, we're going to take down those. Please can you ask Michelle if the girls are receiving any therapy for any PTSDs they may be dealing with? I think with that question, she's very mindful of... I'm going to ask her anyway. We're going to ask her. But she does have a no comment rule. But we're going to ask her. And if she answers, she will answer. If not, she'll say no comment. So please be mindful that because it's still going through the courts and everything else, there's a lot of legislation, I think, that for her, she doesn't want to jeopardize herself or Dominique. But she's asked for you guys to come back with the questions. So we'll see. We'll see. So welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Dinah Lewis. This is the 60-minute interview with the Real Michelle Kramer, as seen on Surviving R. Kelly, the mother of Dominique Gardner, who was in a 10-year relationship with R. Kelly. And she went in, such a beautiful woman. When I look at what Dominique looked like, Michelle has just sent me a message. She says, give me 10 more minutes. So we will honor her that. She was unable to communicate with her daughter. Right. How did she hold it together all of the years? So we'll be taking them down. Yeah. So as I was saying, if you look at Dominique Gardner before she got caught up in this whole, I don't even know what to call it. That young lady was so beautiful. She was so beautiful. And I remember when they showed her looking like a boy, that I had to look twice to see. Well, I didn't even see the previous picture. I don't recall seeing her on the show, what she looked like before. But all I know was that this person looked like a boy. And obviously with my, relationship with Michelle, I've had to go and do my research and so on and so forth. So I got to see what Dominique looked like before growing up. And a beautiful little girl, beautiful young lady, absolutely beautiful young lady. And you can imagine it's her only daughter. I perished the thought. I've got 2 daughters and I have 4 granddaughters, and I can't even imagine, plus goddaughters. Do you know what I'm saying? I've lost count how many godchildren I've got. Sorry. But, you know, it's something you don't even want to think about. You don't even think about. And my very first client that I had 10 years ago, she was a victim of sex trafficking, which I tell you about, and you can go and look her up on Instagram. Her name is Brooke Bello. Brooke Parker Bello. Brooke Susan Parker Bello. And she herself was an American actress, and she threw all of her pain behind the roles she played while she was on set. So it's just ironic how. So yes, so let's not stray from the point. Keep the questions coming in. I have how many so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 questions coming in. Michelle says she'll be with us in probably now going 8 minutes. Thank you for coming back. How do I pronounce that? Number 3. Thank you for joining. Let me just wave to let you know I've acknowledged your return. And Miss Power, thank you. Lou, thank you. Z, Angel, Crystal, thank you. Jilly, that's my Sugar D. Sugar G's there. Gemini, Shirazi, Bree Blue, Sapphire, L. Yes, so let's just keep the platform growing until Miss Kramer comes back. Make sure you've got your beverages, because this is going to turn into a big people's thing. This is woman to woman. If there's any gents on here, feel free to please share your concerns as a parent, as someone who has children, nieces, nephews. You know, we're talking about a young lady who, well, many young ladies, but we have the mother of one who rescued her daughter from the snares of the predator, R. Kelly, who is in jail this minute, undergoing charges for sex trafficking, and there was another one they named it. I can't remember what it was named. But, you know, even if you haven't seen it, I'm sure you've seen too much information going around on the internet, keeping us abreast with exactly the demise of Mr. Kelly. Oh, it's my Sapphire. Hi, Saph. Yes, you made it. You made it. Let me know how you're going on. Send me some hearts. I need your support. This is a total different platform for me. I'm getting comfortable as time moves on, and I'm so thankful for Michelle, because she's made it easier for me. Do you know what I'm saying? I made a big boo-boo with the times. Did I make a boo-boo? I don't think I did. I just think I was so excited. I should have been more thorough with checking to see if the times were accurate, because I'm always having meetings cross-continent. I don't know how this one I got wrong. Don't know. But you know what? It's turning out to be better than I imagined anyway. So I'm going to be going with the flow. Michelle will be taking the lead, I guess, this time, because she's going to be answering you guys' questions. So just plug it for me. Send the link. Get people to jump on board who weren't there for part 1. And maybe because of the fact that she had her 4 p.m. people, I guess the minute she jumps on, hopefully they will... the guests will still keep coming. Thank you, Z. Thank you. I can rely on you guys for the support that you give me. That is one thing I'm telling you. I'm not even going to say when because we're already there. I just want to say thank you. Big time for having me, you know, throughout from day 1 to now. Have you got that? I think you gave me that. Yeah, I've got that one. I got that one. Yeah. So let's get these questions in. Let's get the questions. Keep the questions coming, girls. And guys, if there's any gentlemen on there, keep them coming. Let's get some questions in. Get some questions in. If you haven't seen it, for those who have seen it, even if you haven't seen it, what concerns would you have knowing, like, how would, you know, your parents, and even if you ain't parents, you may have nieces and nephews, you may have young children that you know around you. How would you go about if you turned your back for a minute and realized that this young person who was in your care is no longer there? How are you going to go and rescue them? What are you going to do to ensure the return of this young person? Because I think that's something that, as chilling as it is and gripping as it makes me feel, I want to perish the thought. But when I think back to how I witnessed this mother, the mother of mothers, Michelle Kramer, I remember I was on the edge of my seat. Really was on the edge of my seat, because I thought there's no way. It's not that she managed to find her. I thought there's no way is this woman's daughter coming back, because everybody else was just unsuccessful. It was like, as Michelle said, it was like they were on drugs. So why would she be successful in getting back her daughter when everybody else failed? That's something that I need to ask her. I think I need to ask her. Let me put that question down. Thank you. I know she said prayer. I know she said prayer. Make no mistake about that. Yeah, what made you succeed? Let me just make sure she's not joining. Welcome, Carol. Welcome, Loy. Pastor Loy, Feoma, Kerry. Thank you. Thank you for all joining me back. It means so much to me. As you know, I made a boo-boo with the times, but that didn't stop Michelle still going ahead with it and even wanting to come back and give you guys, you know, a part 2. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Claire McKenzie. Thank you. Michelle will be joining us very soon. Z says, I would have kicked down the record label bodyguard. Oh, wow. Wow. I hear you. My thoughts, my sentiments, exactly. Yeah, you know, all kinds of things were going on in my head. Come on, guys. Those of you who have joined us, send in the questions, please. Send in the questions. If you're a mum, a dad, an auntie, an uncle, let's find out how you would have gone about, you know, capturing back this young person. Thanks for all the love. Thank you for all the love. Michelle will be joining us shortly. Thank you for joining us, Elizabeth. Nice seeing you. I missed you on Saturday. I missed you. Yes, yes, yes. The real Michelle Kramer. 60 minutes. Well, Kramer. He wouldn't be in jail. He'd be in the cemetery. Easy. You guys are gangster. Yeah, no one ain't messing with my babies. I hear you. I hear that. Yeah, I know. But you know what? Having been having meetings with Michelle and getting to know her, different to where we are now, she's a real G. She is absolutely a strong woman. I'm telling you. And anyway, I'm going to see if I can pull some stuff out of her tonight to get her to share the other side. No, he ain't met the UK gangster girls. And the thing is, she grew up in Chicago. She knows the same people he knows. Okay, she's coming. Okay, Mish. You joined, so how do I get you back on?
Just
Request it, Mish. I can't request to join me again. All right. Okay, she's back. Yeah, she's back. She's back. Do you remember what time we came on? I can't remember what time we came on. Okay. All right. So welcome back, everybody. You'll be joined with myself, your host, Diana Lewis, with the Real Michelle
Can you see me?
Kramer. Hey, sis. Yes, I can. You there?
Somehow,
I can see. I can see you, but you're frozen a bit.
right. Hold on. Let me try.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having trouble.
Okay. She's here. She's here. Our guest is here. She's just sorting out some technical issues her end, that she'll be joining us. She'll be coming back again. Don't go nowhere. As you saw, she's there. She's coming back. She's joining us. Thank you all. Questions. We need your questions in the comments, please. Thank you very much. Get your questions for Michelle in the comments. She's happy to answer your questions. And she's coming back with us. All right, so get the questions in there. I have some here. I have one.
Hello. I'm back.
Two. Hey.
Thank you,
Okay.
guys.
1, 2, 3. You can talk to your fans while I just check this out.
Okay. Anybody have any questions besides me just enjoying my grandbaby? Y'all see her in the back. She loves her Mimi. She really does. She really does. Yeah, she really does. And I
All
love
right.
her too.
I have some questions for you.
Okay, I'm listening.
Right. So this question. Do you have any advice for a mother who has gone through something like this?
My only advice would be you raised that child from a baby and you raised her from right or wrong. Trust me, even when she go on that wrong path or he goes on that wrong path, she's going to come back right. So love her and communicate. Regardless of what she's saying to you, it's probably not her even talking. It's probably him. Okay? So remember that. Unconditional love is the best love that you can give to any child. So please just be there for them no matter what. I mean, it might look dark. You don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but I promise you, it's going to be a light.
Thank you. Okay, second question. Was it easy mending yourself and your daughter's relationship?
No, I'm not going to even try to say it was. No. Actually, she was unrecognizable with her demeanor, her ways. You know, she was always saying, "Mom, you don't understand." And I was like, "Well, help me understand. I don't know what to do." And yes, patience. You have to have patience. And I had them with her. And it was hard. I'm not going to even try to say it was easy. It wasn't. It was not. But Kyla Fiona made it easy when she got pregnant with my grandbaby. So she saw the love that I had for her. She gave it to her daughter. And now she tells me, "Mom, thank you for never giving up on me. Thank you." Now she has this little girl that's amazing, and she kissed her, she love her. She said, "I understand, Mom, now." You know, that our kids will not understand until they become parents.
Parents.
Once they become parents, then they'll start saying, "Thank you, thank
Mm,
you, thank
mm,
you." So
mm.
I get a lot of thank you now, like really. So yes.
Thank you, Michelle. Next question. Did you ever think you'd never see your daughter again?
No, I never about that. I knew I was going to see her, just didn't know when. But God told me when when I saw her on TMZ, and I remember going to the bathroom, and I used the bathroom commode as my praying. I close the door and I pray. And I said, God, I don't want you to bring her home for 1 or 2 days. I need her to come home forever. And I will wait a little longer for her to come. And she did. She came home exactly 6 months later. And she's been home ever since. And that was 2.5 years ago.
Wow. 2.5 years ago seems just like yesterday.
It does.
How does it feel? Wow.
It feels amazing.
Oh, bless you, girl.
Thank you.
Next question. Are you scared Dominique will go back? Well,
she did. Remember, she went back briefly.
Mm.
And she tells people that she went back because she needed closure. And then she came back and she hasn't never looked back. So her having a baby, no. That's over with.
You say she went back because she needed closure. That is so mature and brave.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And even to have her there in the background, like I wasn't expecting to see her.
It was your lucky day. I have my girls with me.
And but it's you know what I love about the whole thing is that to us seeing it on TV or however we saw it, I think we saw it bootleg because they didn't release it in England at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And here are you, here is Dominique, now grandbaby.
She's pulling my earplugs. You see, I don't have no earrings on right now. She's at that pulling stage. So yes, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's just knowing that Dominique is there in the background. She's hearing you speak about her ordeal.
Right. We don't hide nothing.
No, I know.
Nothing. Yeah. She's been on like about, if I had 10 interviews, she's been on 8 of them. So she's very proud of me when I speak about the whole ordeal. I don't say anything to embarrass her or try to say anything that's going to make her feel any type of way.
Yeah.
So she's always, I never try to say, oh, I'm having an interview or, I don't want you to hear it. She's always right there. She's my ride or die for real. If you know what ride or die means, this is my ride or die right here. Both of these young ladies say my ride or die. So no.
That mother and daughter, that relationship in itself speaks volumes anyway. Yeah. Make no mistake about that. It speaks volumes.
Yeah.
So I have a next question here. This is from Miss Power. She says, are the girls receiving any therapy for any PTSD they may be dealing with?
My daughter is, and she does have PTSD, yes. And she's go to therapy twice a week. We both do.
You both do?
Yes. Because I needed therapy because I couldn't understand how to deal with this. So I had to ask for some help. Besides prayer, I needed help too. So,
yeah.
And one of the things is she would do it in her own time. Because in the beginning, she did not want therapy. She didn't want nothing. She didn't want nothing. Like I said, I didn't know who she was. I had to learn her all over again. But she bounced back quick. It's like having amnesia and you forget everything. And then you say, okay, you know what? I remember now. And she did. She bounced back quick.
Wow.
So, yeah.
And I'm glad that you said that you both are, because this is something that I spoke about on one of my previous platforms. It's so important that, yes, we pray, but therapy is important. That it's just really important. So I'm glad you said that, Michelle. And for anyone who's on the platform,
you have
therapy
to have some type of
good.
Therapy. Yes.
Have your therapy. Go and seek therapy. Go and seek counseling. Have it.
And talking to other people is okay. But if they haven't actually deal with it, they're not going to have no empathy for anything that you do. So,
okay.
Yeah. So it's best to get therapy.
Okay. Thank you for that again. I think you answered this. How did Michelle hold it together all these years? I guess the fact that you're having the therapy is also evidence of.
And I
Yeah.
listened to a lot of music, and I did a lot of praying. I really got closer to God.
Mm.
It's like you have to, because He the
Yeah.
only one that could get you out of it. And it was God that brought me through all of this. People don't understand. It was. I still remember when Lifetime called me and they asked me. They was like L.A. or Atlanta, and I was like, the last time I spoke to her, I think she told me she was L.A. So
Mm.
then God put it in place with a TMZ video. 2 days later, I went to LA. Did all of that happen in at least literally 5 days. All of that went
Wow.
down from the TMZ, the interview, and I never even made it to the interview on that part, on that one, and Getter and everything. So all that happened in 1 week. When God said He gonna place it in divine order, He
Uh,
placed it in divine order that whole week, and I praise Him for that.
hallelujah for that. Yes. Obedience to the word, to his word.
Hmm.
Obedience.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you have any advice for young people who could potentially get into a situation like this?
My only advice to anybody that get into a situation is don't get into a situation. If you
Mm.
see the signs in the beginning, trust your instincts. Somebody said it earlier, a mother's instinct. We have instincts too, just regular
Mm.
people. When you know it's not going good, then get out. And if you can't get out, reach out to somebody. The one important thing that I want to say, you know how when we was younger, we had to memorize our phone number?
Yeah.
If you have a child that's in that situation, do not, do not change your phone number. My daughter, he took the phones away, but my daughter remembered my number by heart. So she
Mm.
could call whenever she had to try to, call when she could. And that's what she did. So try to never change your phone number because you never know, your child might reach out to you, and that's the
Mm.
only number that they had, the last
Remember.
number that they had known for you. So if you have a child that's in that situation, the best advice I can give as a parent is never change your phone number. And once my daughter came home, I changed my number after a year.
Hmm. Someone's asked a question, and I haven't got the name, but I know that you like to use the word truth telling instead of storytelling.
Yes, I like to say speaking my truth.
Yeah, speaking your truth. So someone has asked, do you think surviving R. Kelly told your story truthfully?
They told my story truthfully. Yes, they did. I can't speak about nobody else's story, but they told my story because there was a lot of. It's still gonna probably be another part because we was there for like 5 hours, and they
Mm.
only showed the little snippet of whatever we did. But no, I spoke my truth, and they did tell my story.
Okay, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Gemstar has asked, will Dominique testify against him?
Only she can answer that, and I'm not gonna answer it for her. Only can answer what I know. So you have to
Thank
ask
you.
her.
Thank you. What is one word that can describe this journey?
One word: experience.
Mm, I bet.
Experience.
Next question. Are you even more protective of your granddaughter?
Oh, yes. But she's more protected, more protected. Like, I mean, sometimes she'd be like, Mom, don't do that. And I was like, excuse me? Mom, don't do that. I was like, hello? So she questioning me, and I'm the one, the mother of her. So yes, we very protective of her. Yes.
Okay. This one here. Why did he force Dominique to dress and look like a boy?
Because he's a sick man.
Mm. Okay, that's it. Full stop. Simple as that. Who can young people speak to about this?
They have, the part two. One of the producers reached out to me and said that I want to say it's Rain, RAINN, Rain Domestic Violence. They said after part two, their hotline went up 45%.
Wow.
So a lot of women was reaching out to me, and it was overwhelming on part two. So I had reached, gave a lot of Rain Domestic Violence hotline to them because it was a lot. I talked to a lot of the parents mostly, but when it's a young girl, I was just like, this is a lot. So I gave them the Rain Domestic hotline and told them to reach out to them. And they came back to me and said thank you, and they did help them, and they got them a therapist and everything. So that's what I had to do because part two was a lot for me.
Next question. Thank you, Michelle.
You
What
welcome.
did it feel like seeing all of the media coverage on Dominique?
It was a lot. It was a lot. Some was good, some was bad, and some was just literally just low down ugly. So, but we don't really look at too much. We don't read the blogs anymore, because everybody has an opinion, just like everybody has an asshole.
Yeah.
So,
wow. I'm just checking the time here. I can't remember what time we started because I did come on before. Do you remember what time we came on? Okay.
I think I came on. I've only been on for about 15 minutes now.
Yeah, I came on to get all the questions. I was sitting here
Well,
giving
it
it
worked out really
all of
good.
this until you came. I was like, I don't know what's going to happen because I've only got content for one part of it. But I just wanted to say, Michelle, not just any Michelle. You are the real Michelle Kramer. You're a daughter, a phenomenal woman, a mother, a grandmother, and, you're a mother who gave so much hope to so many mothers and still is, and
Yes.
young people who became inspired, encouraged to go and rescue, their mother and daughter relationship. So even though it wasn't going to a hotel like yours, yours has definitely shaken up mothers in ways to make them check the relationship that they have with their daughters.
Yes.
So you have definitely planted a seed to make mothers check themselves and their relationship with their daughters. So that is something that, you should be really, really proud of, in knowing that that encounter has changed the whole trajectory for thousands of women up and down the country, in the whole world, internationally. So kudos for you for doing that.
Well, thank you.
Let me just find myself. Your heroism is much bigger than surviving R. Kelly. It runs deeper than that. It sets the standards for surviving mothers and daughters and fathers and sons, as I'm sure there were a balanced number of parents who also tuned in. You are the mother of mothers. There's not even an accolade for you right now. They're probably making one, or we're gonna just have to do it ourselves. The mother of mothers, what you won't do for love. I could go on, but I don't want to exhaust where we are. You've given me your time, and it's been it's an absolute pleasure sitting with you tonight, even though we had whatever at the beginning. And I'm sure the feeling is mutual for the viewers. Do you know what I'm saying? As well as judging by the love being shown below, stay on your path. you know, you've got a big quest to fulfill. You're an advocate for sex trafficking. There are other panels that you've been on. There's women that you have joined forces with who share the same passion that you do.
Yeah.
We have got work to do, yourself and myself.
Yes, we
and
do.
I'm looking forward to that journey as well.
Yes.
And I just want to say, the Real Michelle Kramer, it's absolutely been a pleasure. I don't even know what else to say to you. I've run out of words. I don't normally run out of words. I don't normally run out of words, but I just want to say to you, stay on your path to fulfill your quest, to reach out to those as you advocate, and continue to build the I Am My Daughter's Keeper Foundation as well, because that's what you're doing as well. And I just want to ask, if this was your only opportunity on my platform, Sole2Soul Project, to send a message out into the world, what would it be?
Never underestimate a mother's love. Never.
Never underestimate a mother's love.
Never.
And that is a powerful, powerful testament. It's a powerful statement. It couldn't have come from a mother more. I need to find that one word that describes you, because there's, you know, to say you're phenomenal, it doesn't quite hit it for me, because you're bigger than that. You're bigger than that, Michelle. You are someone who has, you're like a catalyst of something. I can't quite find it. You've got me lost here.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. But just to say, from one mother to another, and to all the other mothers, those who have joined the platform, those who you speak to daily. And one thing I love about you is that you shared this with me in the beginning, that no matter who comes to you in your inbox, you have got the time for whoever it is. And that is what I find so endearing coming from you. As you know, I could say, because you've been thrust into the public eye, you wouldn't have time for people, but you made the time. You made the time for me. Our journey began nearly 3 months now, and you kept me in the loop with your coming and your going. You rang me. You wanted this to happen. Yeah. So that appreciation that I have goes beyond just when we shut down this Instagram live. Yeah. Yeah. And for everyone else who are here listening in, they wanted to hear what Michelle Kramer had to say, different to all of the other interviews that they've watched that have been edited, and you know how it goes. They make it sound like it's this when it's not. This is raw. This is unedited. This is uncut. This is the real Michelle Kramer.
Thank you
Diana
so much.
Lewis.
I said thank you for having me.
No, thank you. Thank you. Z has said a mother's true love to protect and defend her children. That is definitely the lioness there in the making. Well, she's already made. So I just want to say to you, hold on. Stephanie has said, God-given gangster, mother's love. You truly are an amazing woman. And yes, you are. Yes, you are. So Michelle, I just want to say thank you. Oh, I've got another one here. Thank you for sharing your truth. As you said, you're a truth teller, not a storyteller.
Exactly.
And on that note, my darling, it's been an absolute honor. So all this London love to you in Chicago.
Bye-bye.
Just keep doing what you're doing, and we'll speak soon. All right?
Bye-bye.
God bless. Love you. Take care.
Love you too.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.